Next part of chapter Parliament is Committees of Parliament. Now this section of Parliament chapter is important from prelims point of view. Many factual data stems from this section. Now the question may arise, why do committees of Parliament do exist? We have seen that the prime function of Parliament is a legislative function, that is making laws. But Parliament is not limited to legislative function alone. In addition to making laws, Parliament is engaged in performing many other functions of substantial importance. And invariably, Parliament performs these other functions through its committees. Now there are certain conditions for a committee to be called as a committee of Parliament. There are 4 conditions. The first being, a committee to be called as a committee of Parliament, it has to be appointed or elected by the House, or the members of committee has to be nominated by either Speaker of Lok Sabha or Chairman of Rajya Sabha. This fact is important. If a president forms a committee of which members are from Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, then it will not be called as a committee of Parliament. If at all there will be nomination of members, the nomination has to be done by either Speaker or Chairman. This is the first condition. Second condition, a committee to be called as Parliament Committee, it has to work under the direction of Speaker of Lok Sabha or Chairman of Rajya Sabha. These presiding officers are the ultimate authority over these committees. Obviously, these parliamentary committees would be having their own chairman, but the ultimate authority would lie with presiding officers of individual houses. Third, after its work, the committee has to submit its reports to the House or the presiding officers. And the fourth condition being, the secretariat required for the working of committee has to be provided by Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha secretariat. In no way the help of secretariat of individual ministries should be taken. If a committee satisfies all these 4 conditions, then that committee would be called as Committee of Parliament. There are a lot of additional functions which Parliament do perform. That's why there are many parliamentary committees. Generally, all the committees can be classified under 2 categories: standing committee, which are of permanent character, and ad hoc committees, which are of temporary character. We will be studying in detail committees of permanent character, and as number of committees are many, it would be very helpful if we study these committees in groups. It would be easy to understand and it would be easy to remember also. Now we will see the first group of committees where we will be analyzing, we will be studying 4 different committees. These are the most important committees of the Parliament. Now which data we should look while studying each parliamentary committee? Generally, name of the committee signifies its function. Apart from function, the important things are who are the members of the committees, what is the strength, who is the chairman of committee, is there any moratorium for certain members to become a chairman, and whether the committee is elected or nominated. We have seen in the first condition that if it is elected, it has to be elected from among the house. If it is nominated, it has to be nominated by presiding officers. So the first group, the first important committee is Public Accounts Committee. By the name of it, we can deduce that it might be handling some financial matters. We will see in its function. But the Public Accounts Committee, the first Public Accounts Committee was formed in pre-independent era in 1921 under the Government of India Act 1919, Montagu Chelmsford. So this is the first fact. So genesis of Public Accounts Committee. This committee consists of 22 members, of which 15 are from Lok Sabha, 7 are from Rajya Sabha. These 22 members are elected. So it is not a nominated committee, it is elected committee. And the method of election is proportional representation with single transferable vote. We have seen what do we mean by this proportional representation, single transferable vote. The election do take place every year. And the important fact, when moratorium is there, any minister cannot be a member of this committee. So out of these 22 members, these members can be from ruling party or from other parties, but minister cannot be a member of this committee. The next important thing regarding this committee is its chairman. Committee is elected every year by both the houses, but its chairman is appointed by Speaker of Lok Sabha. We have seen this committee consists members from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but while appointing its chairman, the power lies with Lok Sabha Speaker. Till 66-67, this chairman used to be of ruling party, but from then onwards, the chairman is from opposition. Now this is not obligatory on the speaker to select this chairman from the opposition party. This is just convention. Now the function. The prime function of this committee is related to Comptroller and Auditor General of India, CAG. We know that CAG submits its report to President, and President lays these reports before the Parliament. So important thing, whatever CAG prepares his annual reports, he does not lays this report before the Parliament. President happened to be a person who lays the report of CAG before the Parliament. CAG submits generally 3 reports to the Parliament, and this committee, Public Accounts Committee, examines these reports. The first being audit report on appropriation accounts, audit report on finance accounts. We will be seeing in detail in economics section the exact difference between appropriation accounts and finance accounts. And third being audit reports on public undertakings. Now what is the nature of work of this committee? This committee examines and scrutinizes whether the expenditure are as per the provision or not. And the committee is assisted by CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General. Obviously, as it examines the report of CAG, it has to take assistance of CAG. It is not an inquiry committee on CAG report. You have to remember. ते कॅगच्या रिपोर्टची चौकशी करत नाहीत, ते एक्झामिन करतात आणि कॅगच्या रिपोर्टमध्ये जे काही ऑब्झर्वेशन्स आहेत त्यानुसार ज्या कारणांच्यासाठी खर्च हा राखीव ठेवला होता त्या कारणांसाठीच त्या पद्धतीनं केला गेलेला आहे की नाही हे एक्झामिन करतात. दिस इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ पब्लिक अकाउंट्स कमिटी. So important thing, its genesis is 1919 Act, its members, its chairman and its function. The second committee, important committee of the first group, is Estimates Committee. Now the first Estimates Committee of the Parliament was established in 1950 on the recommendation of John Mathai. So the Public Accounts Committee was on recommendation or provisions of 1919 Act, whereas Estimates Committee is on the recommendation of John Mathai. Now, John Mathai happened to be the first railway minister of independent India, and later on he became